special. We got a special guest today.
Hi.
Not joking, she's not special. You guys already seen her. Before we get into all the good stuff, before we get into the tea, before we get into everything you guys want to know, if you are new here, my name is Thetiahogue, and if you've already been subscribed or you already watched the video, you know we locked into it. But let's just really get to the Q&A. I really don't like doing Q&As, if I'm being honest. I like to be more creative type, but a lot of people have been asking the same question. So I'm like, let's just give it to them. It's top of the year, and y'all probably not gonna get another one till next year. But we're just gonna get into them. I asked on Instagram a couple questions. Like I said, a lot of the questions were the same, but we're gonna filter through them and we're gonna give you guys the tea. Like I said, a lot of you guys asked the same question, but we'll start with Fit by Ashanti. That says Fit by Ashanti, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Fit by Ashanti asks, you guys' favorite food spot to eat at?
Ooh, we have a few.
Yeah.
Should we do sit downs or?
What? What were you thinking?
Olive Garden. We like Olive Garden.
We haven't been.
We haven't been there in a while, but if we could, I think.
I'll say let's do top 3. Olive Garden, Chipotle.
That's her favorite.
But we go there a lot, hey?
Chipotle.
Olive Garden, Chipotle, and I would say Buffalo. I mean, not Buffalo Wild Wings. I would say Wingstop.
Wingstop. Yeah,
we literally just had that today.
Oh.
Well, I ate it all. But yeah. Okay. Boom. Somebody, Andrea_Bree asked, do you ever do couple workouts? If so, what are they? Asking for me and my girlfriend. Couple workouts?
We do in a sense.
I don't know what she means by couple workouts. I feel like couple workouts is different from going to the gym together. And I feel like we go to the gym together.
We go to the gym together.
Yeah.
Sometimes I would do her accessories with her, so that counts like a couple workout. Yeah. But for the most part, we don't really have a
couples workout. Yeah, we usually go to the gym together, and because I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a powerlifter, so my training is very specific to obviously powerlifting, and that's not Olivia's goal. That's not what she's into. Mm-hmm. But we'll do my accessories, which is just general sort of fitness movements.
Yeah, legs, arms. We even do a little bit of core thing together.
Yeah, we do. And we do our little we'll do the treadmill together, mm-hmm. And then we'll do core together.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. What is it? I think it's Ivia Fit, right?
Yeah.
I hope
we're saying that right. Sorry, guys.
She said, I hope this isn't too personal. How did your fam take it when you revealed your sexuality? So I can answer and then you can answer.
Yeah, go for it.
So a little bit of background about me. I grew up in the house with 3 older brothers. So I wouldn't say that I was tomboy presenting as a kid. I always wore girly clothes and stuff like that. But my mannerisms, the way that I acted was always kind of very boyish. I literally grew up with 3 boys. It was 3 boys and then me. So very boyish, kind of edgy. And of course I went through my phases. When I was younger, it was giving tomboyish. And then middle school, kind of girly girl. And then high school, girly girl. And then college, kind of just floating in the middle. I don't know what you want to call it. So my mannerisms pretty much majority, if not my whole life, gay, very boyish, tomboyish. So nobody was really surprised. And it wasn't a thing, I didn't have a thing where I told people oh, I'm gay or I'm bisexual or whatever you want to call it, queer, whatever you want to call it. For my friends, they kind of always knew, just chit chat, oh yeah, I did this, right? For my mom, we were literally in the car one day and my phone was connected to her car and this girl's name kept popping up and my mom was like, what is that, your girlfriend? And I said, no, but we're talking or something like that. And then that was the end of that. That was literally the end of that. And then when I started dating Olivia, I just told my friend oh, hey, I have a girlfriend. And there was no oh, what? Really? Yeah, because everybody underlining knew.
Same.
So that's how my coming out story. I don't know what you want to call it. But yeah.
Yeah, no, my family also took it very well. I have a small family. It's just my brother and mother. So, no, hold on. It's immediate family, with just 2 other people. So, and they kind of already knew the gist as well. I mean, I wouldn't say too tomboyish, but I definitely gave off like a little bit of a swagger, you know what I mean? So I can get down with pretty much anyone. And I think I told my mother, I told her sometime like around when I was 15, 16, and it was pretty much like, yeah, we already know, like we know.
Okay, sorry, shit. I'm hoping you guys just girl back up.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, we already know. Same thing with my brother, and I'm just like, oh, okay. Plus, too, I didn't really think like my family was gonna reject it in any way, just because my mom was very open, and so was my brother, him also being rainbow. So yeah,
we do have. I know for both of us, not so much me though. Family, well, not immediate family or anybody like that. I really have a personal relationship that would give like feedback or kickback. I'm sorry, like they don't support it or whatever. But for the most part, our immediate family does 100%.
Really support.
And even some of my extended family is fine with it as well. I mean, they don't really have choices in my life. Okay, how many did we answer?
3, I think.
Somebody said, what's you guys' favorite workout to hit together? I would just say core just because that's what we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's so crazy because I love working out legs, and I was going to say like leg extensions or like leg curls.
My sisters.
I just feel like, yeah, it's like a real cool time because we do it together and we'll like swap out. She'll do a set, then I'll do a set next.
So some of these are personal because I asked it on my personal Instagram. But someone said, have you always been athletic? Yeah, pretty much. I've played sports literally since I was 3 years old. And I literally played every sport. Like, I've played... Soccer was my first sport. I absolutely hated it. Like, vividly remember going to, like, practice and the games and hated it. I played soccer, baseball, ran track, basketball, cheer. I feel like I'm forgetting one.
Are you?
Soccer, baseball, track,
flag football?
Oh, flag football. Yeah. That was actually a long little period of time I played flag football too.
That long?
Yeah. No, for like all my middle school probably.
Oh, that's good.
Flag football. And now I do powerlifting. So to circle back to your question, have you always been athletic? Yeah, I would say yeah. And then just blessed like with good genes, to be honest. Like, naturally my mom and dad are both very fit or whatever. Oh, and then who asked that question was beanie.fit. And then we're probably not gonna be able to answer all these. I don't want the videos to be super long. And then we're gonna get to the tea. We know everybody wants to hear. I'll do one more before we get to the good question.
Really? We had other ones that were kind of good in there too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think you even got into. Yeah,
I don't know. We'll figure. Okay, and then pics. No. Or is that one pixel? That's it? No.
Wow. Pixel. Oh wow. I think I'm gonna get it wrong too.
I think it's Pix.
You can always add.
My lice. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
and also,
no.
I'm not. Yeah, I
Forgive
can't. Whatever. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure I butchered that. Okay, boom. She said, what is your powerlifting goals? So I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very new to the powerlifting space. Like, it hasn't even been a year. I started very late April, early May. So it hasn't been a year. I'm still, like, as my coach said, like infancy phases. I have nationals coming up in April, but before that, I have like my coach, I call it like a scrimmage meet, in a couple weeks actually. But one of my goals right now is really just to continue to learn the sport. I don't really like talking too much on my goals. I'd rather just show you guys. But for nationals, looking to place decent, considering it won't even be a year with me in the sport.
But she got it.
Okay, let's see. We'll do some of this screenshot. Okay, let me see. Oh, okay, boom. Someone said, what's a love language that you guys share? Oh, wait, let me see who said that. I'm sorry, because I want to give everybody a shout out. It's Garnett. Oh, I'm sorry, Garnett. It's Garnett. She said, what's a love language that you guys share?
Yeah.
No, we share.
Yeah.
Okay.
You actually just grew one that you just started liking. That's one of my faves. Think real hard.
I grew? I grew?
Yeah, you grew into it. It's one of my favorite. Like, it's my top one if somebody asked me my love language was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to say it on 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Quality time.
Quality time. I love quality time.
Okay,
she also loves quality time. That's one love language that we share.
Yeah. But my love language that I like is physical touch. And then, obviously, you guys just heard her say her love language is...
But don't you have another one, though?
No, I'm saying my number 1, though. Like, just my number 1.
Okay.
I love physical touch.
Okay.
And then hers is quality time.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's starting to shift over, though, y'all, to words of affirmation. I like that, too.
Oh, yeah. She'd be like, when I tell her she looks nice or stuff.
That's good. You want to hear that stuff. Okay.
The real _M as favorite muscle group to work out. Upper body all day.
I love legs.
Yeah. Okay, let's get to juicy stuff. A lot of you guys asked, how did should I just do a shoot? I haven't. Mar _Cell said, I actually like this. How did y'all meet? Which is what everybody wants to know. How did we meet? And then, what trait do you admire the most in each other? So I'll do my POV of how we met, and then Olivia will do hers. I'm gonna throw in some examples, okay? So we're going into our 3rd year. So this is a while ago, right? Kind of right after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of right after. So it's right after the pandemic, and at the time, dating apps was popping. Dating apps were new, right? I was on dating apps, but not for the reason which most people are. A lot of you guys are probably from my new Instagram, but my old Instagram has 121K on it, and how I grew that, a way in which I grew that, not solely based off of that, but a way in which I grew that was through dating apps. Because what I would do is I wouldn't care the location, I wouldn't care the age, the gender, and I would literally swipe yes on everybody. Like, literally swipe yes on everybody. And in my bio in the dating app, it would say, like, follow me on Instagram, and it had my Instagram. Plugging myself in, like a free way to, like, basically put myself out there, market myself, right? So that was one way in which I did it. So on the dating app, I'm scrolling yes on everybody. I don't care if I'm, like, not physically attracted to them, if they have 2 fingers, if they're bald, if they're, like, super tall, super short. Like, I didn't care. Like, my sole purpose was, like, putting my Instagram out there. And like I said, this was years ago, so my Instagram wasn't as what it was now, right? Or since I have a new one, what it was back then. Mm-hmm. So I'm swiping yes on everybody, and then I swiped yes on Olivia, okay? So in my bio, it said DM me, or it said follow me on Instagram. My point of view. So she DM'd me on Instagram, okay? She DM'd me on Instagram, and obviously I knew, though, it was from the dating app, because at the time, I didn't know that we had any other, like, mutual connections or anything like that, right? And people would DM me on Instagram from the dating app, right? But I was very transparent, told them, like, oh, I'm really just trying to grow my Instagram or whatever. So she DM'd me. We're talking for a while, and then the texting is slow on her end, so I just don't reply. Like, I'm not too pressed, like, to try to talk to anybody. I'm obviously single, kind of doing my own thing. So at that time, it really didn't go anywhere. So I'll pause it right there, and then I'll let Olivia tell her point of view.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we met on a dating app, and I honestly, y'all, I did not check her bio. I must have seen, I definitely seen her photos. Very gorgeous, but I didn't look in the bio or nothing like that. We started chatting it up, and she told me to DM her on Instagram. Okay. That's my POV. We enter on Instagram now. Once again, I don't check her profile at all. I just go really directly to like the message. I just want to kind of see. Wait, did you get that far yet?
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did, because so texted. Anyways, I wanted to see what was going on, like, because I didn't really know if she liked women or not.
Right, yeah, there's nothing at all.
So I was just like, okay, well, let's just fill her out. Let's see what's going on. Now, when it comes to the texting, my POV on that is, if you, and I know this is terrible, y'all. I'm actually getting much better at it now. But if you take 2 hours to text me back, I'm going to take 2 hours.
I didn't take 2 hours. I didn't take 2 hours.
That's my POV as to why. Now, if it was anything outside of that, I can understand. I mean, during that time, like how she said, a lot was going on. We're in our own world. Yeah. So that too, but really that's my POV.
Yeah. So where the story difference is, or we have different views, is I don't remember, but my memory is horrible. But I also feel like this is not my character. She said that I texted her on the app to text me on Instagram. I don't remember that. I don't think that I would do that, but whatever. It is what it is.
It wasn't that long. We were just chit-chatting just for a little while. Even if it was just in that day, but it was still just a little bit to where she leaded up to saying, DM me on Instagram. Because y'all, hey, no, but I didn't, you know, yeah.
Okay, so that's how, but when people ask me how we met, I say Instagram, and this is why I say Instagram, right? I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? So let's say 2 people are at a party, okay? And they see each other at the party, and they might do a head nod, or they might do a wave, okay? But these 2 people at the party have never seen each other, never spoken to each other. They don't speak to each other at the party. They don't talk. They don't conversate. They don't do anything at the party except for a head nod and a wave, okay? Then let's say those same 2 people find out they have a mutual friend and they get invited to dinner from that mutual friend. Then at the dinner, they start to conversate. They start to talk. They start to get to know each other, right? I feel like if you were to ask those 2 people, how did they meet? They would say, because our friend invited us to dinner a friend invited us to dinner. They would say the first time that we saw each other, maybe if they remember, or the first time that, we ever saw each other was at the party, but how did you guys meet? At the dinner. Like, that's when you guys met. That's literally when you guys met. So when people ask me, how do we meet? I say on Instagram, because that was our first time having conversations. I'm learning your name, you're learning my name, you're learning stuff about me. We're getting to know each other. We're meeting. So when people ask me how we met, I say Instagram, but she always says the app. Because I just feel like we didn't meet on the app. Because one, I don't remember telling her to text me through the app. I'm literally swiping on everybody. Yes. I know. So to me, that's not meeting. That's not meeting on the app.
Well, the way
we met on Instagram.
The way I think we furthered, you know what I'm saying, the conversation and getting to know each other on Instagram. But the way how I look at it is like that dating app, it opened up the doors to everything. Because I wouldn't have found Tia just lingering on, Instagram. And even then, well, why would we say that we met on Instagram? We should say that we met, when we clicked up on one night, on one day. Anyways, that's not, hold on, let's not.
Oh, you're saying when we met, when we first hung out.
When we first actually hung out.
That's physically me.
That is physically. But the way how I look at it is that the app just opened up that avenue of basically meeting her. I'm coming across her page. She's coming across my page. She did indeed, and it's okay if we don't remember or not. Tell me to DM her on Instagram, because y'all, honestly, to me, that's how I feel. That's why I always say the app, because if it wasn't for the app,
no, she be saying the app.
That's why I say the app, because I would have not known anything about her without that app.
She says the app. I say Instagram.
That's where we met, y'all.
That's what I say. We'll do a few more. There are a lot more. We might do a part 2. But I know y'all don't want to be here all night. And I still got to edit and put the video out for you guys. So we'll do... I'll do like one more fitness. And then we'll do like one together. Somebody asked, how did you guys meet? Let's see. How did you meet? That one's crazy.
Nobody's kind of answered that already.
Oh, and they said, what trait do you admire?
Oh yes.
What trait do you admire most in each other? Yeah. So you can go first.
Okay. The trait that I admire the most in Tia is definitely.
Is it a physical trait or?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's just do characteristic. Like a characteristic.
I was going to do.
Oh, because you were looking at me, so I didn't know.
Fine. I could look at her. I could look at you.
No.
One of my favorite
traits. They can't see my toes.
No.
Okay.
Oh, is that the? No, they can't. That's your hand.
Okay.
Anyhow, my favorite trait about you is definitely your determination. I think. Okay. I feel like that kind of sums it up in a whole. Like, she's a very go-go person, and she wasn't wrong because she's a very go-go person too, but very just determined on getting things done, especially when it comes to her being like an athlete. Like, I never have just no faith in her. I might get a little nervous, y'all, in meets and everything, but I have like 100% faith that she's gonna do outstanding. She's gonna do amazing because she only has ever. So, and that's just not only with sports, but even outside of sports as well. So. That's my favorite trait about you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. My favorite trait about you, it's like how, I like it and I also don't like it. Like, I think I'm sure you probably know what I'm going to say. It's like, almost like, I feel like nice is very vague, I guess. But how nice, that's like, caring. I guess like caring. Yeah, caring. Mm-hmm. How caring, nice, giving, forgiving, like that. Like kind of like that. Like soft. I guess soft. Okay. How soft she is. Like I like it obviously because like soft girl go you. Mm-hmm. She's nice to me. You know what I'm saying? There's like I benefit from it, right? But on the flip side, it's also like people that do benefit from it could take a little too much from it. Yes. If that makes sense. Yes. So yeah. So like true. Nice, caring, giving, forgiving. Mm-hmm. If I can mumble all those in one word, it would be like soft. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll do last one. Let's see. Okay, this kind of ties into both. Okay. Did I shout that last person out? No. Oh no, that's the same girl that asked. Yes. Okay. Someone said how much space does, I'm guessing they mean, how much space does the gym take in your life and in your relationship? I would say a lot, but also not a lot. I think like physically it takes up, I mean, my workouts are like 3 hours, right? Mm-hmm. And in a 24-hour day, you're sleeping 8 of those hours, 3 hours, honestly, like, it's not that much, right? Physically, if we're talking physically, right? It takes 3 hours to work out. So, like, once those 3 hours are done, I'm done. I'm, like, done. It's over. But the mental part and everything else that comes with trying to be the athlete at the level in which I'm trying to be it at, I think that's a whole other story, right? Like, the mental load, having to compartmentalize, right? So like filming at the gym, that's a whole nother aspect. So now it's like I'm filming for 2 hours. Like, yeah, we're kind of having conversation, but it's not like deep or she's getting my full undivided attention with that. And it's like when I'm physically fatigued, right, that kind of like bleeds into my mental fatigue. And that obviously affects the relationship, right? I can't give a certain amount of energy because I'm fatigued physically and mentally. When it comes like super close to prep, like when I'm like 1 week out or 2 week out for like a meet, that's a whole nother mental aspect of it. Yeah. So I think like physically, it doesn't take that much. But everything outside of it, like when I'm once again on prep, like the meal prep portion of it, like I'm kind of grumpy because like I'm not eating the food that I like want to. Yeah. Like and I don't have to be. I just know like me eating a certain amount of food or a certain amount of food and certain foods is going to give me an outcome that I'm more than likely going to be proud of. So to answer your question, it takes up a lot. It takes up a lot. But like I said, the physical part of it doesn't take up a lot. but the everything else that comes with it.
Oh, wow. Well, you know what? I want to tell you that honestly, it really doesn't take up a lot.
A lot? Okay.
That's my perspective on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when it comes to her working out.
But I think it does, though, because, like, even driving an hour and a half to go train
I know, but that's
an hour and a half back.
Well, I mean, definitely draining on you, especially.
Yeah,
but no, for me, like, not at all. I love, being your number one supporter when it comes to that type of things. Yeah. And then also, too, when it comes to her working out, when I have the luxury of working out with her, I mean, I think it's great. It's really good to definitely have our separate things going on.
Yeah.
And then coming together.
Yeah.
But also, too, I mean, I pretty much work on Monday through Friday, so I'm like, busy with work while she's doing her own thing. And I think the only time it really is a lot, it's like how she says mentally. Sometimes, really depending when you gotta cut the night off pretty early, and it's like, damn, I gotta stay.
So, like an example. This is a perfect example for Valentine's Day. My meet is on February 15th, right? And so February 14th, it's not gonna be in my best interest to be outside all day or walking around all day and, like, even enjoying certain foods that we probably would on a normal Valentine's Day. Like, stuff like that, right? So we're kind of going to celebrate Valentine's Day on the 13th, but even still then, not going to be walking around as much. I might probably won't, honestly, eat anything that I shouldn't be eating. No. So, like, that's what I mean in terms of things like that. And there's been a lot of, not a lot, but there's been a few times to where, like, oh, we have to drive an hour 30, so our whole day is spent in a whole nother city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It
could be a little inconvenient, but I want to tell you that honestly, it's not taking up too much space. Just because I know
it's nothing unbearable. No,
I know this going in with Tia, her being an athlete, and I'm so happy that she's like wanting to do a new sport now, being powerlifting. So I'm all here for it. I mean, yes, when I heard about Valentine's, I was a little bit like, ooh. But we were able to, like, really work around that. And I don't mind for that. I'm that type of person that will do that.
Yeah.
So I just think, like, at certain moments, definitely mentally, it can be a little bit, I mean, a lot on her and on me at times.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's still a lot of questions that we didn't get to.
Are.
So we might do a part 2. Don't count on it, though. I don't know. we might.
I'm going to try to get her to do it.
But we're gonna wrap this up. So look, hey, if you want to subscribe, go to subscribe. It's free. I'm not going to be mad at you. If you want to like it, comment, share, do whatever you got to do. Share with grandma, grandpa, dog, share with whoever. And then your code, I really don't be saying this enough. Code Tia for YoungLA. Like, it supports your girl, but you also get a little 15% off when you use my code at checkout. We love it. Like, this is obviously both YoungLA. But that's gonna end the video right here.